स्टेडियम खाली कराया है, तब से लोगों में बहुत गुस्सा है, तो आप इस पर क्या कहना चाहेंगे? अपने डॉग को वॉक कराने के लिए स्टेडियम खाली कराया था। सर जवाब दीजिए हमारे क्वेश्चन का। सर
I have a lot of responsibilities. Government is giving me some work. I have to focus on that.
Sir, please answer our question. Sir. मैंने आपसे कहा था। Sir, please answer our question.
And we're also getting you visuals of the Indian Air Force aerobatic show in Nasik in Maharashtra. The event showcased the IF's aerial prowess featuring thrilling stunts and maneuvers. Watch this fantastic video. And those are lovely shots of the aerobatic show that are coming in. Also, stay tuned for 6 at 6 with my colleague Ishita. That's coming up next. We get you all the details of the Tamil Nadu poll bugle that has been sounded off by Prime Minister Modi. Stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Now, viewers, what does an anti-DMK front mean for the upcoming elections in the state of Tamil Nadu as Prime Minister Modi shares stage with new NDA leaders? We'll discuss that, and also BJP's sharp attack against Mamata Banerjee, comparing her to Mir Jafar. Get you all the details on that and more at 6 Stories at 6 with me, Ishita Mitra.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला
They should be grateful also, but they're not. I watched your Prime Minister yesterday. He wasn't so grateful.
Canada thrives because we are Canadian.
U.S. President Donald Trump has withdrawn Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney's invitation to the American-led Board of Peace set up to reconstruct and redevelop Gaza post-war. Trump tweeted on his X account to update Canadian Prime Minister Carney on his invitation being withdrawn. This comes in after constant verbal conflict between the two world leaders intensified at the World Economic Forum 2026 at Davos, Switzerland.
Just by its very nature, going to be
27-year-old Yuvraj did not die. He was allowed to die. People who are responsible for rescue efforts do nothing. They say the water is too deep. Then why are these people in any rescue effort? In India, the value of human life is come down to absolutely zero. I am absolutely furious that the IS officer who emptied a stadium throws the athletes out to walk his dog is being brought as chief of the MCD. What is the government doing? Are we going to say anymore in this country that people matter? People are the backbone of all the development in this country. People are the backbone of everything. People are the backbone of the GDP numbers. In this country, if you don't shout, you will not be heard. Progress matters when it's for the people.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मम्मा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा,
राजा और प्योर मसाला केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
They should be grateful also, but they're not. I watched your Prime Minister yesterday. He wasn't so grateful.
Canada thrives because we are Canadian.
U.S. President Donald Trump has withdrawn Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney's invitation to the American-led Board of Peace set up to reconstruct and redevelop Gaza post-war. Trump tweeted on his X account to update Canadian Prime Minister Carney on his invitation being withdrawn. This comes in after constant verbal conflict between the two world leaders intensified at the World Economic Forum 2026 at Davos, Switzerland.
Just by its very nature, going to be defending Canada. Canada gets a lot of freebies from us, by the way. They should be grateful also, but they're not. I watched your Prime Minister yesterday. He wasn't so grateful. But they should be grateful to us. Canada lives because of the United States. Remember that, Mark, the next time you make your statements.
Canada and the United States have built a remarkable partnership in the economy, in security, and in rich cultural exchange. But Canada doesn't live because of the United States. Canada thrives because we are Canadian.
We knew the story of the international rules-based order was partially false. That the strongest would exempt themselves when convenient, that trade rules were enforced asymmetrically. And we knew that international law applied with varying rigor depending on the identity of the accused or the victim. This fiction was useful, and American hegemony in particular helped provide public goods, open sea lanes, a stable financial system, collective security, and support for frameworks for resolving disputes. So we placed the sign in the window. We participated in the rituals. And we largely avoided calling out the gaps between rhetoric and reality. This bargain no longer works. Let me be direct. We are in the midst.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Hello and a very warm welcome, viewers. You're watching 6 Stories at 6 with me, Ishita Mitra. Now let's discuss the lineup for today's show ahead. First, we will be discussing how Republic confronted walk the talk Babu Sanjeev Khirwar over him becoming now and getting promoted as Municipal Corporation Delhi Commissioner. We'll discuss all of that. We'll also have a look at the conditions of the family members of the 16 Indians who have been abducted and then forced and tortured at the Indian-Myanmar-Thailand border. Remember, they were promised to be given jobs, but now they're being tortured, working 18 to 20 hours at the border. Further, we'll also have a look at the BJP's sharp attack against West Bengal CM Mamata Banerjee. Here, the BJP leader has compared her to Mir Jafar, saying she has no compassion left whatsoever. Further on the show, we'll also discuss about BJP's big push in the state of Kerala and how Prime Minister Modi attacked Congress and left over corruption and poor governance. Now, on the other side, we also have a look at Tamil Nadu and the Anti-DMK front consolidating in the state as PM Modi now shares stage with new NDA leaders. And finally, viewers, we'll also have a look at the Basant Panchami Puja celebrations are being performed at the disputed site of Bhojshala Mosque after Supreme Court's directions today. We'll discuss all of that and more on the show. Now, starting with viewers, senior IS officer Sanjeev Khirwar created a row back in 2022. This is over his bureaucratic arrogance in turning a public sports facility meant to be used for everyone into his personal pet walking ground. He stirred a row yet again over his recent appointment now as the new Municipal Corporation Commissioner for Delhi. Now today, the public tracked the walk the talk bureaucrat and confronted him over these developments, to which he had no answer. Here's more in this report. Take a look.
Shunted out of the national capital in 2022 for having cleared out Delhi's Tiagra Stadium, forcing athletes and coaches to pack up early just so he and his wife could stroll their dog on the running track. IS officer Sanjeev Khirwar has stirred controversies again in 2026 as he was announced as the new Municipal Corporation Delhi Commissioner. And today, the public becomes the only channel to have tracked down and questioned walk the dog bureaucrat Sanjeev Khirwar.
जवाब दीजिए, स्टेडियम खाली कराया है, तब से लोगों में बहुत गुस्सा है, तो आप इस पे क्या कहना चाहेंगे? अपने डॉग को वॉक कराने के लिए स्टेडियम खाली कराया था। सर, जवाब दीजिए हमारे क्वेश्चंस का। सर,
I have a lot of responsibilities.
Sir, please.
Giving me some work. I have to focus on that.
Sir, please answer our question. Sir, sir, मैंने आपसे कहा था। Sir, please answer our question.
During the years in between, the Union Ministry, who had intervened upon the growing outrage over Khirwar's bureaucratic arrogance, had relegated him to the remote Union territory of Ladakh. And now, back after a 3-year-long hiatus, the shunted former Principal Secretary of Delhi now makes Delhi Municipal Corporation Commissioner. A senior IS officer who was then posted as the Delhi Principal Secretary of Delhi government, Sanjeev Khirwar, made headlines as he was seen walking his dog in the Tiagra Stadium after vacating it. The sports people and the students and the coaches were asked to vacate the stadium at 7 p.m. so that the IS officer could walk his dog without any trouble in the stadium. And now, after a 3-year-long break, he is again posted in the national capital. He came back as a Delhi MCD commissioner. And now the questions are rising as what has been changed in these 3 years that the government has again posted the tainted IS officer as the MCD commissioner. Please note the irony. And India demands corrective action. Progress for the people.
Sir, जवाब दीजिए हमारे क्वेश्चंस का। सर,
And now, viewers, a disturbing case of human trafficking involving Indians trapped in modern-day slavery has come to light. About 16 Indians were lured with the promises of jobs in Thailand, only to be abducted, blindfolded and then trafficked to Myanmar-Thailand border. Now, among the victims are 3 youths from Hyderabad, including Amir Sajid Ali. Families now allege that victims are being forced to work 18 to 20 hours a day, subjected to torture if they disobey. So with their passports and phones confiscated and no medical help and no means of escape, the families have now sent an SOS to the central government urging immediate intervention in this case. Take a look at this report.
A mother staring at a photograph. Her hands trembling as she clutches her son's picture. This is Mir Sajid Ali's mother, pleading for help, begging the nation to save her son. Mir Sajid Ali left home chasing a dream, a job in Thailand. But instead he was abducted with 16 other Indians, lured by fake job offers, flown to Bangkok, blindfolded and then trafficked near Myanmar-Thailand border.
बैंकॉक बोलकर लेके गए और फिर ऐसा थाईलैंड में लेकर गए उनको वहाँ पर से थाईलैंड लेकर जाके जो है वहाँ से उनको कुछ आँख पे पट्टी बंद के लेके चले गए उनको छोटी सी कंट्री को वहाँ पर अब कुछ म्यांमार बोल के है वहाँ पर है अब इस वक्त उन्होंने
म्यांमार में है तो आपको कैसे पता चला कि वो म्यांमार में है
जी सर उनका ने ऑलरेडी उनका ने से फ़ोन वोन खींच लिए कंपनी वाले फ़ोन ले लिए बैग ले लिए उनके पास कुछ भी नहीं है अब जो हो सो कंपनी वाले एक टाइम के बाद में पहले तो दे रही नहीं थी बात भी नहीं हो रही थी कॉन्टैक्ट्स भी नहीं हो रहे थे अब एक महीने से जो हो सो उनको हफ्ते में एक बार फ़ोन दे रही 15-20 मिनट कुछ बात कर सक रहे फैमिली से बोलकर एक हफ्ते में एक बार दे रहे हैं उनको फ़ोन तो उनके ज़रिए हमको मालूम हुआ ये बात
Their families say the victims were kidnapped, stripped of freedom, and forced into modern-day slavery. Mir Sajid Ali tells his family that they are forced to work 18 to 20 hours a day, yet tortured and punished brutally if they disobey. Their passports confiscated, and mobile phones seized with no medical help and no way out. Hyderabad MP AIMIM Chief Asauddin Owaisi urges EM S. Jaishankar to urgently intervene into the matter and rescue the Indians trapped. Every passing hour is a threat to their lives. The question now remains, will the help reach on time or will these cries for help fade into silence?
Now viewers, as West Bengal heads towards the 2026 assembly elections, the political rhetoric in the state is now turning sharply personal. The latest flashpoint is not policy or performance, in fact, but former Tripura Chief Minister and BJP MP Biplab Kumar Dev has now launched a sharp attack on Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee, comparing her to Mir Jafar, the historical symbol of betrayal. Now, Dev claims that just as Mir Jafar's name became synonymous with treachery, the meaning of Mamta, which stands for affection and compassion, has now been hollowed out by what he calls misrule in the state of West Bengal. Take a look at this report which talks about the sharp attack by BJP on Mamta Banerjee.
As the countdown to the 2026 West Bengal Assembly elections begins, politics in the state is gaining momentum. The latest political attack isn't just on governance, it's on a name. Former Tripura Chief Minister and BJP Lok Sabha MP Biplab Kumar Dev, known for his unfiltered remarks, has launched a blistering attack on Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee, accusing her of betraying Bengal.
আমি তো ভাবি বিশ্বাস করি যেমন সিরাজদৌল্লার প্রধান সেনাপতি মির জাফর ছিল আর মির জাফর নিজের দেশের সঙ্গে বেঈমানি করে লর্ড ক্লার্ককে ঢুকিয়ে দিল তারপর থেকে কোনো মুসলমান ভাই পর্যন্ত তার ছেলের নাম আর মির জাফর ফেরা কাউকে বেঈমান বলতে হয় না মির জাফর বললেই বেঈমান ঠিক এই পশ্চিম বাংলার মধ্যে দিদি মানুষ আর মেয়ের নাম মমতা রাখবে না মানুষ আর নিজের মেয়ের নাম আর মমতা রাখবে কারণ কি আমরা বাঙালিরা জানি মমতা মানে মধ্যে মমত্ব বোধ থাকবে তার মধ্যে মায়া থাকবে তার মধ্যে মাতৃত্ববোধ থাকবে এই সব জলাঞ্জলি দিয়ে বাংলাকে বিনাশ করেছেন আর মানুষ আপনাকে কোনোদিন মাফ করবে না
Dev has compared Mamta Banerjee to Mir Jafar. Dev claims, just as no family today uses the name Mir Jafar, the name Mamta too is losing its meaning in Bengal. Dev alleges the reality of Didi's rule has transformed into a reminder of a broken state. This isn't the first time Dev has crossed the line. Last year, he went as far as calling Mamata Banerjee a demon, alleging that violence, crime and lawlessness have numbed her to human suffering.
विप्लव जी ने जो कहा है, अक्का बंगाल उसको समर्थन करता है। माननीय विप्लव देव जी जो बयान दिए हैं, ये उनकी जुबान का बयान है नहीं। जो हर कोई बंगाली, बंगाल में रहने वाले जो आवाम है, उनके दिल से जो पुकार निकालता है, वही भारतीय जनता पार्टी के द्वारा ममता बनर्जी के खिलाफ जो लड़ाई है, जो संघर्ष है, उसको इंडिकेट करता है।
The Trinamool Congress has dismissed Dev's remarks, calling it the heights of personal malice. As the political battle unfolds, Bengal remains at the center of attention.
Now, viewers, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in Kerala today to mark the grand launch of NDA's campaign for 2026 assembly elections in the poll-bound state. Now, he kicked off the campaign by holding a massive road show in Thiruvananthapuram. He also laid the foundation stone of various developmental projects, along with flagging off 4 new trains. Now, this was Prime Minister Modi's first visit to the state capital after the BJP's big mandate in Thiruvananthapuram corporation and local body elections, which were held very recently. Now, Prime Minister Modi also addressed a public rally as part of his visit. Let's take a look into his address.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited poll-bound Kerala today and laid foundation stones and flagged off transformative development projects in Thiruvananthapuram. After flagging of new trains in Thiruvananthapuram, the Prime Minister stated that Kerala's rail connectivity has been further solidified.
केरला के विकास के लिए केंद्र सरकार के प्रयासों को नई गति मिली है। आज से केरला में रेल कनेक्टिविटी और सशक्त हुई है। तिरुवनंतपुरम को देश का बड़ा स्टार्टअप हब बनाने के लिए पहल हुई है। आज केरला से पूरे देश के लिए गरीब कल्याण से जुड़ी एक बड़ी शुरुआत भी हो रही है। आज पीएम स्वनिधि क्रेडिट कार्ड लॉन्च किया गया है। इससे देश भर के रेहड़ी, ठेले, फुटपाथ पर काम करने वाले साथियों को लाभ होगा।
This was PM Modi's first visit after BJP won the Thiruvananthapuram corporation, ending over 4 decades of left rule.
यह ऐतिहासिक है, अभूतपूर्व है। तिरुवनंतपुरम ने केरला में बीजेपी सरकार की नींव डाल दी है। तिरुवनंतपुरम नगर निगम में आपने बीजेपी को सेवा करने का अवसर दिया। इसकी गूंज केरल में ही नहीं बल्कि पूरे देश में सुनाई दे रही है। ये गुड गवर्नेंस के लिए काम करने वाली पार्टी की जीत है। ये जीत विकसित केरला बनाने के संकल्प की जीत है और ये जीत एलडीएफ और यूडीएफ के करप्शन से केरला को मुक्त करने के कमिटमेंट की जीत है।
The party has also held a massive road show where the Prime Minister addressed around 25,000 workers. During his address, he did a contrast between Kerala's mandate and Gujarat in 1980.
87 में पहली बार भाजपा ने अहमदाबाद म्युनिसिपल कॉरपोरेशन में विजय प्राप्त की। जैसे आज आपने तिरुवनंतपुरम में विजय प्राप्त की है और वहीं से गुजरात में जो सिलसिला चला, लोगों ने हमारे काम को देखा, हमारे आचरण को परखा और उसका परिणाम है कि आज पिछले कई दशकों से वहां की जनता ने हमें सेवा का मौका दिया। शुरुआत एक शहर से हुई थी, केरला में भी शुरुआत एक शहर से हुई है, और इसलिए मैं कहता हूं अब केरला भारतीय जनता पार्टी पर अभूतपूर्व विश्वास करके हमारे साथ जुड़ चुका है।
Taking a sharp jibe at the LDF and Congress, PM Modi claimed that both the parties has done gross injustice to Thiruvananthapuram.
तिरुवनंतपुरम के साथ दशकों से एलडीएफ और यूडीएफ ने बहुत अन्याय किया है। लेफ्ट और कांग्रेस ने, करप्शन ने तिरुवनंतपुरम को बेसिक सुविधाओं में भी पीछे रखा, लेकिन अब ऐसा नहीं होगा।
He urged the people of Kerala to give BJP a chance and trust the governance of BJP and NDA.
आने वाले चुनाव केरला की दशा और दिशा को बदलने का चुनाव है। जब केरला के फ्यूचर की बात आती है तो आपने अब तक दो पक्ष ही देखे हैं। एक तरफ एलडीएफ और दूसरी तरफ यूडीएफ, और इन दोनों ने बारी बारी से केरला को तबाह किया है। लेकिन एक तीसरा पक्ष भी है, वो पक्ष डेवलपमेंट का है, गुड गवर्नेंस का है, बीजेपी एनडीए का है। एलडीएफ और यूडीएफ के लोगों ने केरला को करप्शन, कुशासन और अपीजमेंट की खतरनाक राजनीति में झोंक दिया है।
Speaking during the rally, Modi also stressed upon Sabrimala gold laws and reiterated that the laws will be examined by the BJP if the government is formed in Kerala.
भगवान अयप्पा के प्रति पूरे देश के लोगों की, हम सबकी अगाध आस्था है, लेकिन एलडीएफ सरकार ने सबरीमला मंदिर की परंपराओं को नुकसान पहुंचाने में कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ी है। अब यहां गोल्ड के चोरी होने की खबरें आ रही है। मंदिर में से, भगवान के पास से गोल्ड की चोरी, सोने की चोरी। मैं एक बात स्पष्ट कहना चाहता हूं, यहां बीजेपी सरकार बनते ही आरोपों की पूरी जांच होगी और दोषियों की जगह जेल में होगी, और ये मोदी की गारंटी है।
As battle lines sharpen ahead 2026 elections, Prime Minister Modi's address signals NDA's aggressive push in the southern states.
Now, viewers, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also addressed a massive public meeting in Chengalpattu, formally kick-starting the NDA's election campaign in the state of Tamil Nadu. Now, sharing the stage with the new NDA allies, the Prime Minister projected confidence, pitched development as the core agenda and positioned the alliance as a strong alternative ahead of polls. Is more on this report.
PM Narendra Modi kick-started the NDA's first election campaign in Tamil Nadu from Chengalpattu. projecting confidence ahead of the 2026 polls. Sharing the stage with new NDA allies, Modi signaled a political shift, declaring that a new government was loading in Tamil Nadu.
ये जो विशाल जनसागर है, इसका एक बहुत स्ट्रांग मैसेज पूरे तमिलनाडु में जा रहा है, पूरे देश में जा रहा है। मैसेज ये कि तमिलनाडु अब चेंज के लिए तैयार है।
Leaders including EPS, TTV Dinakaran, Anubami Ramadas and GK Vasan stood alongside the PM, showcasing the NDA's expanded alliance. PM Modi accused the ruling DMK of betraying the people, alleging the party had failed to deliver on its electoral promises.
तमिलनाडु अब डीएमके के कुशासन से मुक्ति चाहता है। तमिलनाडु अब बीजेपी एनडीए की सरकार चाहता है। ये मंच देखिए, आज यहां स्टेज पर एनडीए फैमिली के हमारे सीनियर लीडर्स एक साथ आज तमिलनाडु का भविष्य तय करने के लिए इकट्ठे हुए हैं। ये सभी साथी आज एक ही संकल्प के साथ यहां जुटे हैं और वो संकल्प है, हमें तमिलनाडु को डीएमके सरकार से मुक्ति दिलानी है। हमें तमिलनाडु को एक विकसित, सुरक्षित और करप्शन फ्री स्टेट बनाना है। मैं ये साफ साफ देख सकता हूं, डीएमके सरकार के एग्जिट का काउंटडाउन शुरू हो चुका है।
With 6 new allies on board, the BJP formally launched its poll push with a rigid mission to boldly challenge the DMK's dominance in the state. PM Modi hailed Tamil Nadu as a soul of India's culture and a driving force of Viksit Bharat. Speaking on Deepam Rao, he called DMK's stance as anti-Hindu.
हम सिर्फ तमिल संस्कृति की बात नहीं करते, हम उसकी रक्षा के लिए संकल्प भाव से काम भी करते हैं। अभी कुछ दिनों पहले जब भगवान मुरुगन के द्वीप को लेकर एक विवाद खड़ा किया गया, तो हमारे नेताओं ने भक्तों के अधिकारों के लिए आवाज उठाने का काम किया। लेकिन डीएमके और इनके साथियों ने वोट बैंक को खुश करने के लिए कोई तक को नहीं छोड़ा, कोर्ट को भी उन्होंने बदनाम किया। डीएमके तमिलनाडु की संस्कृति, सब तमिलनाडु की संस्कृति की अगर कोई सबसे बड़ी दुश्मन है तो डीएमके है।
PM Modi projected NDA as the force of change, pitching development and progress for Tamil Nadu.
And now viewers, the Basant Panchami Puja was performed today on the disputed site of the 11th century Bhojshala Mosque in Madhya Pradesh's Dhar amid tight security. Now viewers, the Bhojshala complex in Madhya Pradesh's Dhar has once again therefore become the centre of national attention, and this is after the Supreme Court allowed both Hindus and Muslim devotees to offer prayers at the disputed site today. Now this order comes as Saraswati Puja coincides with the customary Friday prayers. Take a look at this report.
The Basant Panchami Puja began on the disputed site of the 11th century Bhojshala Mosque in Madhya Pradesh's Dhar district.
आज बसंत पंचमी का दिन है और आज के दिन माँ वाग्देवी, माँ सरस्वती की पूजा का विशेष महत्व है और ये महत्व बढ़ जाता है भोजशाला में, और हम भी इस समय भोजशाला में ही मौजूद हैं जहाँ पर सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने साफ कहा है कि आज पूजा भी होगी और नमाज भी होगी।
The puja was held amid tight security in the early hours of Friday.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट के निर्देश के बाद पुलिस और प्रशासन की चुनौतियां और ज़्यादा बढ़ गई हैं। फिलहाल हमने दिखाया था कि किस तरह से भव्य पूजा हो रही है, अखंड यज्ञ हो रहा है, लेकिन इसी भोजशाला परिसर में आज 1 से 3 के बीच नमाज भी अदा की जाएगी और सुरक्षा के काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंतजाम हैं।
The Basant Panchami Puja was held after Supreme Court allowed both Hindu and Muslim devotees to offer prayers at the disputed site today. The order came yesterday as the Saraswati Puja coincided with customary Friday prayers, raising security and law and order concerns in the communally sensitive town.
2006 में संघर्ष हुआ तो भी पूजा हुई, 2013 में संघर्ष हुआ तो भी पूजा हुई और 2016 में भी संघर्ष हुआ फिर पूजा हुआ। पर कल 2026 का जो 23 जनवरी का जो फैसला आया कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट 22 जनवरी का फैसला आया कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट द्वारा निर्देश दिया गया कि हिंदू समाज की अखंड पूजा अर्चना होगी, तो हमें बड़ी खुशी है क्योंकि अखंड पूजा के साथ साथ एक और फैसला हमारा आया जो हाईकोर्ट में हमारा केस पेंडिंग था, जो सर्वे रिपोर्ट यहाँ से जो गई थी उसकी रिपोर्ट पेश करना थी और फैसला देना था हाईकोर्ट को। सुप्रीम कोर्ट का स्टे था, साथ में कल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने स्टे भी खारिज कर दिया और हाईकोर्ट को निर्देश दिया कि अतिशीघ्र इनका निराकरण किया जाए।
In the order, the Supreme Court allowed Hindu prayers from sunrise to sunset on Basant Panchami on Friday. Meanwhile, permitting Muslims to offer namaz from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on the same day.
कोर्ट ने कहा है कि पूजा भी होगी और नमाज भी होगी। कोर्ट ने यह भी कहा है कि नमाज की भी व्यवस्था की जाए। तो इस तरह की जानकारी है कि एक इस परिसर में ही, या तो आप वो टेंट के पीछे का हिस्सा, ये जो वाइट टेंट आप देख रहे हैं, इसके पीछे नमाज कराने की व्यवस्था प्रशासन कर सकता है, इस तरह की जानकारी है।
Bhojshala is an ASI protected monument which is believed to be dated back to the Parmar king Bhoj's era. The site is claimed by both Hindu and Muslim communities. The place is under dispute due to different beliefs of Hindus and Muslim community. Hindus consider Bhojshala to be a temple dedicated to goddess Vagadevi, that is Saraswati, citing Sanskrit inscriptions, temple-style pillars and architectural features suggesting a pre-existing temple.
अब मैं आपको कुछ प्रमाण दिखाता हूं जिससे हिंदू पक्ष का दावा और मजबूत होता है। ये जो आप जगह देख रहे हैं, ऐसा दावा है कि यहीं पर माँ वाग्देवी की, माँ सरस्वती की जो है मूर्ति स्थापित थी। और आप ऊपर देखिए, ये जो स्ट्रक्चर में जो आकृति है, ये अष्टकमल जिसे कहा जाता है, इस तरह की आकृतियाँ आपने हमेशा मंदिरों में ही देखी होंगी। इसके अलावा देखिए, चूँकि ASI ने इस पूरे स्ट्रक्चर को अपने कब्जे में ले रखा है, उसके अधीन है। खंभे जो हैं यहाँ के, पिलर जो हैं, उन पर तो आप आकृतियाँ देख ही रहे हैं। इसके अलावा भी और आपको चीज़ें दिखाएंगे। इसे मंदिर हिंदू पक्ष मानता है। हिंदू पक्ष का कहना है कि ये सिर्फ पंचायत मंदिर है।
All right, viewers, with that we come to the end of 6 Stories at 6 with me, Ishita Mitra. Thank you so much for tuning in and stay tuned. News and developments continue on the other side.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ, 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
Pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
They should be grateful also, but they're not. I watched your Prime Minister yesterday. He wasn't so grateful.
Canada thrives because we are Canadian.
U.S. President Donald Trump has withdrawn Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney's invitation to the American-led Board of Peace set up to reconstruct and redevelop Gaza post-war. Trump tweeted on
Prime Minister sounds a poll bugle in Tamil Nadu, speaking on the DIPAM controversy, calls DMK anti-Hindu. Rioting, stone pelting between two groups in Madhya Pradesh's Ujjain, situation now under control.
तब से लोगों में बहुत गुस्सा है, तो आप इस पे क्या कहना चाहेंगे? आपने डॉग को वॉक कराने के लिए स्टेडियम खाली कराया था। सर, जवाब दीजिए हमारे क्वेश्चंस का। सर,
I have a lot of responsibilities. Sir, please give me some work. I have to focus on that.
Sir, please answer our question. Sir,
Walk the dog bureaucrat who was promoted, questioned by Republic, does not answer a single question on the promotion that he's now got 4 years later. BJP leader compares Mamata Banerjee to Mir Jafar, says Mamata has no compassion.
वहाँ पर ही काम ले रहे हैं उन लोग और बहुत टॉर्चर कर रहे हैं। अगर काम नहीं करते बोले तो बहुत ही बच्चों के ऊपर जुल्म कर रहे हैं, मार रहे हैं, कर रहे हैं। और इंडियन बच्चे भी बहुत हैं वहाँ पर, 16-17 बच्चे हैं वहाँ पर, मेरे बच्चे के साथ साथ।
16 Indians abducted reportedly from Thailand, taken to the border near Myanmar and made to work as slaves. In Polbond, West Bengal, the BJP has found a new attack to target. Okay, before that, I'm going across to the pictures in Hyderabad where KTR is leaving questioning that was taking place at the ACB. This is from Hyderabad, live pictures of KTR, son of KCR, a senior BRS leader who was being questioned in the phone tapping scandal in Telangana. The first pictures of him leaving the questioning before the SIT in connection with the phone tapping case. Senior BRS leaders have been called in the last couple of days by the SIT in Telangana. This is the BRS working president and also the former minister in Telangana, KT Ramarao, son of KCR, who was summoned in connection with the phone tapping scandal. He was there was some commotion there this morning. As he was entering the SIT. My colleague Aishwarya is live there as KTR leaves from the questioning. I'm going across to her. Okay, these pictures I've got. He's been questioned for 7 hours. Any more details you're picking up of the questioning itself, Aishwarya?
Yes, KTR just left from this Jubilee Hills police station here 5 minutes, just few minutes ago, where he was almost sat for more than 7 hours. The line of questioning here, what we are learning is that his financial transactions were also looked into, because what is the allegation here is that the interception of phone calls, the illegally done interception, is something that was done to benefit the BRS party, as well as their leaders. So his financial transactions were looked into, and almost the questioning was related to that, whether he knew about these interception, illegal interception that was happening during his regime. The other thing what we are learning is that the other accused, that is a prime accused, the former SIB officer Prabhakar Reddy, present came in the questioning. All of them together were questioned because he was there with the SIT office here for almost 2 weeks, and after that Harish Rao was called in. Now KTR has been called in, but here for KTR they were also together with the other two prime accused. Along with them, KTR was also were made to sit on the same table, and the interrogation was taking place for almost 7 hours. They were trying to whatever the answers were given by these officers were being cross-checked with KTR. What KTR is answering has been cross-checked with these people. This is what was transpiring inside those interrogation halls, is what we have learned. However, the BRS party here has been the party leader workers here have been waiting outside the Jubilee Hills police station for almost 7 hours here, waiting for the leader, and they were constantly claiming that this is a very time pass case where the leaders are unnecessarily being targeted to divert the attention of people as well as media from the misgovernance of Congress.
Okay, staying with those pictures there, KTR, BRS leader, leaving after nearly 7 hours of questioning. And these are pictures that came in a few minutes back of KTR being questioned in Hyderabad. Harish Rao, another senior leader, another former minister under the KCR government, was also questioned by the SIT in Hyderabad. Keeping a close track on that story. The BRS claims it's witch hunt. Story continues. Political battle in Bengal ahead of the elections. The BJP's found a new attack to target Mamata Banerjee. They're calling her the new Mir Jafar. Yes, Tripura former Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb, who made this comment yesterday, and how the story is playing out in poll-bound Bengal.
আমি তো ভাবি বিশ্বাস করি যেমন সিরাজদৌল্লার প্রধান সেনাপতি মির জাফর ছিল আর মির জাফর নিজের দেশের সঙ্গে বেইমানি করে লর্ড ক্লাইভকে ঢুকিয়ে দিল তারপর থেকে কোনো মুসলমান ভাই পর্যন্ত তার ছেলের নাম আর মির জাফর না কাউকে বেঈমান বলতে হয় না মির জাফর বললেই বেঈমান ঠিক এই পশ্চিম বাংলার মধ্যে দিদি মানুষের মেয়ের নাম মমতা রাখবে না মানুষ আর নিজের মেয়ের নাম আর মমতা রাখবে কারণ কি আমরা বাঙালিরা জানি মমতা মানে মধ্যে মমত্ববোধ থাকবে তার মধ্যে মায়া থাকবে তার মধ্যে মাতৃত্ববোধ থাকবে সব জলাঞ্জলি দিয়ে বাংলাকে বিনাশ করেছেন বাংলার মানুষ আপনাকে কোনোদিন মাফ করবে না
देखिए माननीय विप्लव जी ने जो कहा है अक्का बंगाल उसको समर्थन करता है। माननीय विप्लव देव जी जो बयान दिए हैं ये उनकी जुबान का बयान है नहीं। जो हर कोई बंगाली बंगाल में रहने वाले जो आवाम है उनके दिल से जो पुकार निकालता है वही भारतीय जनता पार्टी के द्वारा ममता बनर्जी के खिलाफ जो लड़ाई है जो संघर्ष है उसको इंडिकेट करता है। ममता बोल के जो चीज़ है ये चीज़ तो दिलों पे रहते हैं वो चाहे वो कोई नारी हो या पुरुष हो। ममता सबकी इतनी कमल है और इधर टान करके आप लोग देख लीजिए बंगाल में पूरा भारत देख रहा है कि हमारे रेस्पेक्टेड चीफ मिनिस्टर उनके पास उनके नाम के सिवा ये ममता बनर्जी का जो अर्थ है जो मीनिंग है वो दिखता ही नहीं। वो पीटते हैं लोगों को लूटते हैं लोगों को। तो ममता ये जो नाम है वो तो उसका जो कारण है नाम का वो तो खो बैठी। तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हमारे रेस्पेक्टेड लीडर विप्लव जी ने जो कहा है वो लोगों का दिलों का जो आवाज है अपनी जुबान पर व्यक्त किया है।
His name is Sanjeev Khirwar. He's now the boss of the MCD, which takes care of Delhi. He's the Municipal Commissioner of Delhi. And this man, 4 years back, before the promotion that he's now got, was in the news for walking his dog in a stadium. Athletes were sent out early before their practice hours could end so that this bureaucrat could walk his dog in a stadium. He's now back in Delhi. 4 years back he was sent to Ladakh. He's now back in Delhi. And he says that the government has given him a responsibility and he has to now carry out the responsibility. We tried questioning him on that episode and whether he regrets it and what he thinks of the new promotion. Here is the full sequence when Republic questioned Sanjeev Khirwar. It's a Republic exclusive.
खाली कराया है, तब से लोगों में बहुत गुस्सा है, तो आप इस पे क्या कहना चाहेंगे? आपने डॉग को वॉक कराने के लिए स्टेडियम खाली कराया था? सर, जवाब दीजिए हमारे क्वेश्चंस का. सर,
I have a lot of responsibilities. Sir, please give me some work. I have to focus on that.
Sir, please answer our question. Sir, sir. मैंने आपसे कहा था. Sir, please answer our question. खाली कराया है, तब से लोगों में बहुत गुस्सा है, तो आप इस पे क्या कहना चाहेंगे? आपने डॉग को वॉक कराने के लिए स्टेडियम खाली कराया था? सर, जवाब दीजिए हमारे क्वेश्चंस का. सर,
I have a lot of responsibilities. Sir, please give me some work. I have to focus on that.
Sir, please answer our question. Sir, sir. मैंने आपसे कहा था. Sir, please answer our question.
As India continues preparations for the 77th Republic Day parade, that's due on Monday, we get you conversations from participating members of the Indian Armed Forces, from wing commanders involved in the iconic flypast to squadron leaders leading the march, and even the members of the Republic Day Army Band.
India is gearing up for a historic 77th Republic Day celebrations. The yearly Republic Day parade set to take place at Kartavya Path, New Delhi, and this year the parade bears a special significance.
This is going to be the first Republic Day parade after Operation Sindoor, and it indeed is a significant one. Operation Sindoor is going to prominently during the 26th January parade.
And that's not all. This year also commemorates the 150th anniversary of India's national song Vande Mataram. Republic struck up a conversation with squadrons and members of the Indian Armed Forces preparing for the prestigious march. Wing Commander Rajesh Deswal, in conversation with Republic, spoke briefly about the aircrafts that will be participating in the flypast.
This year we will have a total of 29 aircraft participating in the Republic Day flypast. If I give you the breakdown of those aircraft, then we will have a total of 16 fighter aircraft, 4 transport aircraft and 9 helicopter aircraft. And if we talk about the formations which have been dedicated towards the Operation Sindoor, then we have 3 formations. They will be Prahar and Garud formations, that will be part of the battle array format, and the lead aircraft in the Prahar formation will have the Operation Sindoor flag. And a single powerful composite formation of comprising of 4 types of fighters will be the Sindoor formation. It will have 2 Rafale aircraft, 2 MiG-29 aircraft, 2 Su-30 MKI and a single Jaguar aircraft.
Members of the marching contingent this year were also happy to oblige Republic in talks as to how each stride is going to reflect the achievements of the army, particularly Operation Sindoor.
I'm Squad Leader Nikita Chaudhary. I'm one of the supernumerary officers who will be walking in the contingent. Yes, as you correctly said, that we usually wake up at 3 in the morning to get ourselves prepared for the training sessions, which starts at 4. And as we have to walk on the Kartavya Path, which is a long route march. So yeah, the training starts early in this chilled weather. So the training is regular, it's intense, but it's our commitment and perseverance that keeps us through.
That was beautifully said, ma'am. Chandrasekhar sir, could you please tell me why is this personally important to you to perform at the Republic Day parade?
The question which is yours, that why it is important for me as a personally. It's just that this feeling does not only belongs to me. It's general feeling with all the armed forces officers or the men which is there, because it's a matter of pride for us that we are representing our Indian Air Force in the marching contingent.
Dinesh sir, this is the first Republic Day parade after Operation Sindoor. How is that significant for you in this parade?
As you saw, Operation Sindoor had been a successful operation for us, but the parade per se it has come up really well. The preparation that we have put this year for the past couple of months, it will be showcased on that day, wherein we'll be marching in unison on that day, and each and every step that we take will be reflected on that day.
This time around, the band performance celebrates an achievement with the first batch of women joining and playing at the parade.
This year we are more focused on Indianization of tune, and हमारा focus ये रहता है कि हमारा own composition, हमारा flavor ज़्यादा उसको showcase करे, and more of the indigenous tunes. And another part is that we are playing sound barrier. Composed by the MW George BSM, which is Seva Medal. So you will listen that tune on the dais. Just before that you will listen Sare Jaan Se Acha, and before that you will listen Nidar Yoda, and this kind of tunes will be showcasing on the Raspad.
Squadron leader Roop Chandra, who is also the first musical officer from the Northeast and also one holding the position from the Northeast, elaborated on how this music unites the nation one tune at a time.
ये एक country को जो हमारा पैरेड कंटिंजेंट होता है, सर्विसेज का अपना सर्विसेज का जो म्यूजिक होता है, म्यूजिक इज ऑलरेडी रिलेटेड विद ह्यूमन हार्ट, एंड व्हाइल दे आर मार्चिंग एंड एवरीथिंग व्हाट वी प्ले, इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ सेरेमोनियल तौर पर माना जाता है. म्यूजिक ऐसा एक चीज़ है जो जन्म से लेके मरण तक ये हमारा साथ रहता है, समटाइम्स नोइंगली अननोइंगली. तो टू रिड्यूस द फैटिग ऑफ द इंडियन सोल्जर्स इवन वाइल मार्चिंग ऑल्सो we introduce music. So music जो है इसमें irrespective of barrier of language, caste, creed, religion, everything, it breaks all the breaks and it brings unity and oneness, and we can enjoy every form of music with anyone. So music itself is a different language.
All eyes now on the prestigious Republic Day parade. The ceremony is slated to begin at 9:30 a.m. with Prime Minister Narendra Modi laying a wreath at the National War Memorial, following which the parade is set to commence at 10:30 a.m.
Quick check of the top stories. Bharat in 1 minute. A joint team of the Special Operations Group, SOG District Voluntary Force, TVF, and Central Reserve Police Force, the CRPF, conducted a major operation in the Bengal forest in Odisha, bordering the Kandhamal, Kalahandi district. During the raid, security forces seized a large quantity of weapons. Material recovered. Items included 13 rifles, several walkie-talkies, solar panels, electric wires, medicines, and other items that were used by Maoist cadres. An army vehicle met with an accident in the Khani Top area of Bhadarwa, triggering immediate rescue and relief operations. The mishap resulted in injuries to army personnel travelling in the vehicle. These were pictures, I believe, from Doda, so the pictures are incorrect. We'll correct that. Coming up at 7 p.m. on This Is Exclusive, a story of languish and unending challenges. A petition of a family. A sister now pleads for her brother's return to India. This is as Indian Navy veteran Purnindu Tiwari's story. Coming up at 7 p.m. on This Is Exclusive.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी। अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
They should be grateful also, but they're not. I watched your Prime Minister yesterday. He wasn't so grateful.
Canada thrives because we are Canadian.
U.S. President Donald Trump has withdrawn Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney's invitation to the American-led Board of Peace set up to reconstruct and redevelop Gaza post-war. Trump tweeted on his X account to update Canadian Prime Minister Carney on his invitation being withdrawn. This comes in after constant verbal conflict between the two world leaders intensified at the World Economic Forum 2026 at Davos, Switzerland.
Just by its very nature, going to be defending Canada. Canada gets a lot of freebies.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा,
QSMTHE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
They should be grateful also, but they're not. I watched your Prime Minister yesterday. He wasn't so grateful.
Canada thrives because we are Canadian.
U.S. President Donald Trump has withdrawn Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney's invitation to the American-led Board of Peace set up to reconstruct and redevelop Gaza post-war. Trump tweeted on his X account to update Canadian Prime Minister Carney on his invitation being withdrawn. This comes in after constant verbal conflict between the two world leaders intensified at the World Economic Forum 2026 at Davos, Switzerland.
just by its very nature, going to.
This week on Get Me Right, has Europe found its voice finally? The pushback by European leaders on Greenland puts Trump's bullying on notice. Also, the governors versus the state governments issue down south, from Karnataka to Kerala to Tamil Nadu. Can a way out be found of the gubernatorial standoffs? This weekend, Saturday and Sunday, only on Republic TV.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
मेरी चिमनी टूट जाएगी। What are you doing?
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी। अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
In a major escalation between the White House and Wall Street, President Donald Trump has filed a massive lawsuit against one of the world's most powerful financial institutions. The president is suing J.P. Morgan Chase and its CEO, Jamie Dimon, seeking at least $5 billion in damages.
No, I haven't stopped it. No, he debanked me. So we'll see if that beeps anything, but I think it should. You shouldn't be debanked. Get debanked if you don't have money or if you fall to have this great company, and all of a sudden I was told, no, you can't do that. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. I don't know what their excuse would be. Maybe their excuse would be the regulators. I don't know. But regardless, I guess it's a good lawsuit because every pundit has come out and said Trump has a great lawsuit here. You're not allowed to do what they did. Jamie Dimon, what he did, he's not allowed to do that.
The lawsuit, filed on Thursday, January 22nd in Miami-Dade County State Court, centers on a controversial practice known as debanking. The president alleges that the bank has systematically denied services to him and his associated businesses, not because of financial risk, but due to political bias. This isn't just a dispute over a checking account. This is a high-stakes legal battle that accuses the largest bank in the United States of trade libel, bad faith, and violating state consumer protection laws. The core of the complaint is that J.P. Morgan Chase violated Florida's deceptive trade practices law. The legal team for the president argues that Florida law explicitly prohibits financial institutions from terminating accounts or denying services based on a person's political opinions, speech, or affiliations. According to the complaint reviewed by Bloomberg, Trump's lawyers state that, quote, debanking is a matter of public interest and significant importance to all consumers and businesses.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Hello and welcome. You're watching This is Exclusive with me, Shavin Sen. We are putting the spotlight on a story that has gone completely unreported. It's the story of Commander Purnendu Tiwari, a man who is now languishing behind a jail in Qatar. Not really anyone to speak up of Commander Purnendu Tiwari. No reasons have really been given as to why he is behind bars, and by when can we really expect our decorated officer to return to India, to tonight, the focus is on Commander Purnendu Tiwari. All this and much more in this edition, but up first, let me take you through the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Pardoned but still jailed in Qatar. Family of Indian Navy veteran Purnendu Tiwari appeals to Prime Minister Modi. More details coming up after the headlines. Prime Minister Modi kickstarts NDA poll campaign in Tamil Nadu, says DMK's countdown has begun now. Violence and stone pelting between two groups in Madhya Pradesh's Ujjain. Situation under control now. Major success for security forces. Pakistani Jaish terrorist Usman neutralized in Katwa encounter. BJP leader compares Mamata Banerjee to Mir Jafar, says Mamata has no compassion. BRS working president K.T. Rama Rao leaves the SIT office after 7 hours of questioning in phone tapping case. Ladies and gentlemen, in the shadowed corridors of a jail in Qatar, where the air hangs heavy with the despair and the relentless passage of time erodes both body and spirit, retired Indian Navy Commander Purnendu Tiwari, once a decorated officer who commanded vessels and earned the nation's respect, including a President's Award, now endures a prolonged ordeal that has stretched into years of unimaginable suffering. Arrested in August 2022 alongside 7 fellow former Navy veterans while working for a private firm in Qatar, he faced grave accusations that led to a death sentence in late 2023, an outcome that has essentially shocked the entire country, sparked intense diplomatic efforts, culminating in a royal pardon from Qatar's emir, secured through high-level interventions, including those by Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself back in February 2024. In fact, 7 families have perhaps seen their loved ones behind bars for quite some time, but at least they had some joy with their loved ones boarding their flight back home to tearful reunions on Indian soil. Yet for Commander Tiwari's kin, that moment of deliverance never arrived. A separate financial case tied to alleged irregularities at his employer, Dara Global, charges his family has vehemently denied, calling this baseless and essentially saying these are contrived allegations, claiming coercion and misplaced blame on him as a technical head, imposed a travel ban, stranding him in limbo. His devoted sister, Bitu Bhargava, has repeatedly poured out her anguish in public pleas, folding her hands in humble supplication to the Prime Minister, External Affairs Minister and naval authorities, reiterating that her brother's deteriorating condition renders continued imprisonment life-threatening, that he bears no true culpability in financial matters rightfully attributable to the company owner, and that the initial diplomatic triumph of the pardon for all 8 should have ensured his safe return rather than this cruel separation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of what could have been a triumphant homecoming into a heart-rending saga of languish and woes, where one man's honor, service to nation, and fragile health remains ensnared far from home, awaiting the urgent intervention that could finally end this prolonged agony and restore him to embrace the family as well as country. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of Commander Purnendu Tiwari.
In the February of 2024, families gathered at Indian airports to welcome Indian Navy veterans freed from death row in Qatar. And of the 8 families in wait, 7 were relieved while 1 continues to wait in silence and to this date. The family in wait is that of Commander Purnendu Tiwari, a decorated former officer of the Indian Navy, and he was never allowed to board the flight home. As his health deteriorates in Doha jail now, his family pleads with authorities requesting his speedy return. And all of this over a Qatari criminal court's verdict in a major defense-related corruption and money laundering case in December 2025. The trial court convicted the 3 accused involving Commander Purnendu Tiwari, the former chief executive of the company, involved on charges of including criminal conspiracy and money laundering, holding that the officers were committed through coordinated abuse of defense procurement, processes and illicit financial transfers linked to military contracts. And the commuting of the death sentence came weeks after Prime Minister Modi met the Qatari ruler on the sidelines of COP28 summit in Dubai. His sister Meetu Bhargava, in the meantime, makes yet another emotional plea, claiming that the 65-year-old Navy veteran who suffers from multiple health issues remains jailed without fault.
Commander Purnendu Tiwari, a decorated officer for no reason and for no fault of his, is suffering in jail with a severe medical condition, while the impression given outside is as if Commander Purnendu Tiwari is guilty of financial charges, which is really bad. I firmly believe in the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister. Modi ji hai to mumkin hai. With folded hands, I request urgent intervention by the Government of India, as my brother, who is 65 years old, is innocent and suffering from multiple medical conditions like PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, diabetes, and many more. I appeal to the government for timely action to bring him back home.
She at first accused the CEO of Dhara Global to have used his influence to shift the entire financial blame onto her brother, thereby attempting to clear her brother's name. She went on to blame the Ministry of External Affairs in her post, alleging inaction on their end for her brother still languishing in jail in pain and suffering. She also claimed that a decorated naval officer like Purnendu being in jail over no fault of his is severe torture. She ends her tweet in a desperate plea, reminding the Ministry of External Affairs that her brother could be brought back to India to at least maintain the sanctity of the President's NRI award that he was conferred with. Outrage grows in response as the entire country is now waiting for the day to come when Commander Purnendu Tiwari will also breathe the same free air and be with his family, renewing the push for his return.
Well, fighting this entire battle is Commander Purnendu Tiwari's sister. In fact, she has written multiple times to the Ministry of External Affairs, and I give it to understand that there is a response that has now come in. This is what she had to say. Meetu Bhargava, a 65-year-old senior citizen, has been suffering for the last 4 years with solitary confinement, travel ban, and now is in Doha jail for nearly last 2 months despite his severe medical conditions, who is none other than my brother, Commander Purnendu Tiwari, President's Award winner. And Commander Purnendu Tiwari has no relation with the finances of the company. It has been clarified in my earlier tweets that my brother, Commander Purnendu Tiwari, has nothing to do with financial irregularities of the company. It is the owner of the company who is solely responsible. It is now 2 years that my brother has not returned and has been dragged into cases that have been stitched out of worst case, where he has got no role and is now languishing in the jail. In fact, Meetu Bhargava, the devoted sister of retired Indian Navy Commander Purnendu Tiwari, has basically emerged, as I have pointed out, the most vocal and tireless advocate in a prolonged battle to secure his return to India from Doha. Since her brother's initial arrest back in the year 2022 alongside 7 other former Navy veterans, followed by a royal pardon from Qatar's Emir in early 2024 that allowed the others to return home in February, while he remains stranded due to a separate financial case. And travel ban she has relentlessly campaigned to get her brother back. And when we spoke to her today, this is what she had to tell us. Far away from their homeland, our Navy veterans were languishing in jails in Qatar. After a long battle, some of them were basically released, but not one. In fact, we have the family members joining us on this broadcast to help us understand what really went wrong. In fact, Mitu Bhargav has been fighting this battle. Ms. Bhargav, thank you very much for speaking up on this entire issue. Your brother, who has been languishing behind a jail in Qatar for a very long time. In fact, there was some relief actually came in with some of his colleagues being released, but not your brother. Could you help us understand what exactly was told to you? Why hasn't your brother been released?
Yes, exactly. Namaskar. Thank you so much. On 12th February 2024, with the pardon given by His Highness, the Amir of Qatar, all 8 naval veterans were pardoned. But on 12th February, only 7 were brought back to India. And my brother, Commander Punendu Tiwari, was left. I cannot, we as family cannot imagine what happened. We have full faith in Modi ji. Modi ji hai to mumkin hai. But we cannot understand why my brother was left alone. He was the technical head in a private company where all the others were also employed as him. They were the directors over there, and in some false case they were being kept inside solitary confinement. And now since 1st December my brother was took into custody 1st December 2025, and on 6th from 6th he is in jail.
Ms. Bhargav, does your brother face any old charges? Could that be the reason why he hasn't been let off?
Yes, now he is facing financial charges over financial irregularity, which is absolutely, we don't agree. Why? Because my brother has no signing authority over finances. He was only technical head.
Okay.
The company's CEO was in charge of all these finances. The signing authority, everything was with the company CEO. Why my brother is? All these, again, the cases which he is facing now are stitched one. So, it is my humble... Yes.
Do you believe that he has been falsely implicated by the very company that he has been working for?
Yes, falsely implicated. Nothing is there. My brother has an unblemished record. He was an NRI recipient, President Awardee in 2019.
Right. What is the response that you have got so far from the company? Because when we tried connecting with the company where he was working, we were unable to do so. What's the current status? Does the company even exist?
No, it is not there. The company is not there, and we have no contact with them.
Ms. Bhargav, I want to end this interview by asking you one final question with regards to the contribution made by your brother, his association with the Indian Navy, and the interactions that he has had with you the last time when essentially he was told that he was a free man.
Yes, my commander has an unblemished naval record, and he was the fleet commander in Indian Navy, and in 2019 he received the NRI President Award as well. So and many more. In many wars, he was there, and we are so proud of him.
Right.
But with folded hands, I just want to convey my message.
When was the last that you spoke to him, and what did he tell you?
Long back. It was long. I can't remember the exact time, but it was long back, and he told me he has done nothing wrong, and with folded hands I want to convey my message that please, as early as soon, the government should bring him back. He has done nothing. We felt dejected when my brother was only my brother was left. And we believe in Modi ji hai to mumkin hai, and we hope that as early as he is back.
Thank you very much, Ms. Bhargav, for joining us on this broadcast. While an official comment stands pending, Ministry of External Affairs' spokesperson Randeep Jaiswal recently responded to a media query about the arrest of naval veteran Purnendu Tiwari in Qatar. Let's take you through what the Ministry of External Affairs had to say on this entire matter.
He was arrested last month in a case that has been going on in Qatar for quite some time now. As per our information, apart from him, there are several others who have been arrested as well, but they are not Indian national, they are of other nationalities. Our embassy is in touch with Commander Tiwari and his family and is extending all possible consular help to him. The arrest happened after a court verdict. This matter presently is sub judice, and it would not be appropriate for me to comment any further on this issue.
Taking you through the other big story that we're getting to tonight, and this is exclusive. This is about 16 Indian nationals, including 3 from Hyderabad, Mir Sajjad Ali from Usman Nagar, along with individuals from Maula Ali and Banjara Hills, were allegedly deceived with attractive job offers in Thailand. Instead, they were trafficked to Myanmar-Thailand border region, where they are now trapped in a cyber scam compound under conditions that are resembling modern slavery. The victims are described being coerced into grueling 18 to 20-hour workdays in exploitative online fraud operations. Report indicates several consequences for non-compliance, including physical torture, while their passports, mobile phones, access to medical care have all been limited, leaving them isolated and vulnerable. Mir Sajjad Ali's mother, Nazia Fatima, has issued a plea to authorities. Here's what she had to tell my colleague Niranjan. 16 Indians have been lured with the promises of jobs outside of India. Many of them were promised jobs in Thailand, in Myanmar, but eventually they were trafficked and taken to the Thailand-Myanmar border and forced into slavery. Now, most of them are from Hyderabad. 3 of them have been traced to Hyderabad. The families are in Hyderabad, and they are asking the government of India to intervene. One of the victims is Mir Sajid Ali. Mir Sajid Ali's mother, Nazia, is joining us on Republic Today. Nazia ji, namaste. हमारे साथ बातचीत करने के लिए बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद. बताइए, आपका साजिद के साथ बातचीत कब हुई थी और कहाँ पे है? क्या हुआ था उसके साथ?
जी, बच्चा मेरा थाईलैंड बैंकॉक बोलकर लेके गए, और फिर ऐसा थाईलैंड में लेकर गए उनको. वहाँ पर से थाईलैंड लेकर जाके जो है वहाँ से उनको कुछ आँख पे पट्टी बंद के लेके चले गए उनको छोटी सी कंट्री को. वहाँ पर अब कुछ म्यांमार बोल के है, वहाँ पर है अब इस वक्त उन्होंने.
म्यांमार में है, तो आपको कैसे पता चला कि वो म्यांमार में है?
जी सर, उनका ने ऑलरेडी उनका ने से फ़ोन खींच लिए, कंपनी वाले फ़ोन ले लिए, बैग ले लिए, उनके पास कुछ भी नहीं है. अब जो हो सो कंपनी वाले एक टाइम के बाद में, पहले तो दे रही नहीं थे, बात भी नहीं हो रही थी, कॉन्टैक्ट्स भी नहीं हो रहे थे. अब एक महीने से जो हो सो उनको हफ्ते में एक बार फ़ोन दे रही, 15-20 मिनट कुछ बात कर सक रहे हैं फैमिली से बोलकर, एक हफ्ते में एक बार दे रहे हैं उनको फ़ोन, तो उनके ज़रिए से हमको मालूम हुआ ये बात।
और आपके बेटा निमीर साजिद को ये जो नौकरी का जो ऑफर आया था, कहाँ से आया था, ये लिंक कहाँ से आया था, और क्या इसमें कुछ एजेंट था?
जी उतना मेरे को नहीं मालूम सर, क्योंकि उन्होंने फ़ोन पे से इंस्टा पे से इंटरव्यू दिए थे, उनके दोस्त बोले कि ये अच्छा है, इस पे करो, इसमें ज़्यादा सैलरी है, वो है ये बोले, तो उन्होंने अपने से फ़ोनों में देख के इंटरव्यू दे दिए थे। अच्छा। देख के चले गए, ज़्यादा सैलरी है, कुछ कर लेंगे बोल के गए थे उन्होंने।
साजिद ने क्या बताया आपको कि क्या कंडीशंस में वो काम कर रहा है, कितना कहाँ पे है, आई मीन म्यांमार में कहाँ पे है, क्या वो कुछ डिटेल शेयर की आपके साथ? क्या कंडीशन में काम कर रहा है, क्या कहीं कंपनी में काम कर रहा है, घर में काम कर रहा है, क्या चल रहा है वहाँ पे?
एक छोटी सी कंपनी है कहते हैं वहाँ पर, बहुत छोटी सी कंपनी है, वहाँ पर ही काम ले रहे हैं उन लोग, और बहुत टॉर्चर कर रहे हैं। अगर काम नहीं करते बोले तो बहुत ही बच्चों के ऊपर जुल्म कर रहे हैं, मार रहे हैं, कर रहे हैं, उन लोगों को पनिश कर रहे हैं, धूप में खड़ा कर दे रहे हैं, उनसे पानी लेके, वो कुछ बड़े बड़े डब्बे लेके पानी में धूपों में खड़ा कर दे रहे हैं, बहुत टॉर्चर हो रहा है उन लोगों के साथ। यानी कि बॉयज़ ही बोल के नहीं, गर्ल्स भी है वहाँ पर, बच्चियाँ भी हैं वहाँ पर, और इंडियन बच्चे भी बहुत है वहाँ पर, 16-17 बच्चे हैं वहाँ पर मेरे बच्चे के साथ साथ।
अच्छा।
अगर काम नहीं करते बोले तो बहुत मार रहे हैं, पीट रहे हैं बच्चों को वहाँ।
अच्छा।
जी
अच्छा अच्छा। और ये जो है, ये एक्चुअली मैं आपको एक और चीज़ बताना चाहता हूँ कि ये पहले बार नहीं है, क्योंकि हमने रिपब्लिक टीवी में करीब 1-2 महीने पहले भी एक ऐसे ही स्टोरी की थी, जहाँ पे बहुत सारे इंडियंस को लेके एक कॉल सेंटर में उनको वहाँ पे रख के काम करवाया जा रहा था, और ये लगता है कि ये बड़ा रैकेट है। और आपने क्या सरकार के साथ कुछ बातचीत की है, रिक्वेस्ट की है?
जी हाँ, असदुद्दीन साहब के से रिक्वेस्ट की है मैंने, ये साहब बच्चा मेरा वहाँ पर फंस गया है, उनको निकालना है बोल के रिक्वेस्ट की है। जी।
क्या आपने सरकार, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट में मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स या किसी के साथ बातचीत की, अभी अपील की है?
जी नहीं, बस किसी वही अपील वहीं करी मैं असदुद्दीन साहब से, और कहीं भी नहीं, वहीं से अपील करी हूँ मैं।
लास्ट कब बातचीत हुई थी आपके साथ, साजिद के साथ?
सज्जद के साथ एक महीना पहले कुछ बात हुई थी बच्चे से।
अच्छा, 1 महीना पहले। और जब ये नौकरी मिला था उसको, तो क्या बोल के लेके गए उन्होंने, कि कहाँ पे लेके जा रहे हैं, क्या क्या कामा है वहाँ पे?
जी सर, हमारे को कुछ भी नहीं बोले फैमिली को, क्योंकि अगर हमारे को बोलते तो हम रोक लेते थे, हमारे को उतना नहीं बोले, उन्होंने बोलते तो शायद हम रोक लेते थे, उन्होंने हमारे को कुछ भी नहीं बोले, बस जा रहा हूँ मम्मी, परेशान मत हो, इंशाल्लाह सब अच्छा होगा, मैं आपको जाके वहाँ पर सब बोलता हूँ। वहाँ गए, मगर उन्होंने वहाँ जाके फंस गए। 1-1.5 महीने तक अच्छा बातचीत हुई, थोड़ा बहुत सब सही हुआ। 1.5 महीने के बाद से जो है बातचीत बंद हो गई, उनका ने से फ़ोन खींच लिए, बैग खींच लिए, उनके पास कुछ भी सामान नहीं था, उन्होंने हमारे को कांटेक्ट भी नहीं कर सके थे।
अच्छा। और जब आप उनसे बातचीत की थी 1 महीना पहले, क्या उन्होंने कुछ लोकेशन दिया था कि म्यांमार में कहाँ पे रखा गया है उसको, कौन सा शहर में, कौन सा टाउन में, पता है कुछ और डिटेल्स?
जी वही मालूम है, म्यांमार में एक छोटा सा है, वहीं है उन्होंने बोल के, उतना ही मालूम है मेरे को, लोकेशन भेजे सो वही है।
और उनके साथ 10-15 लोग भारत से है, इंडिया से और लोग हैं वहाँ पे?
जी हाँ, इंडिया से है, और 2 बच्चे यहाँ हैदराबाद के भी और हैं उनके साथ में। इंडिया के बच्चे भी 16 बच्चे कुछ है, और ये और 2 बच्चे हैदराबाद के हैं अपने।
तो जब इसको काम नौकरी मिला था तो यहाँ से बैंकॉक लेके गए, और बैंकॉक में आँख पे पट्टी लगाकर कहीं और लेके गया उनको?
जी हाँ, उसके वहाँ से थाईलैंड लेके गए, पहले थाईलैंड से वहाँ से पट्टी बन लेके कुछ और जगह लेके चले गए उन लोगों को।
और जब नौकरी दिया था, और ये जो उन्होंने बोला था कि काम ऐसा होगा, क्या बोला था उन्होंने, क्या प्रॉमिस किया था, कौन सा काम का ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दिया था पहले?
जी मतलब नहीं समझी मैं सर।
नहीं, जब ये नौकरी मिला था, ये काम का किस काम के लिए लेके गए थे उनको थाईलैंड में? बोला क्या था, प्रॉमिस क्या किया था, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किस काम के लिए था?
यही ऑफिस जॉब था सर।
अच्छा,
ऑफिस जॉब था सर, ये कॉल सेंटर ऑफिस जॉब। जी हाँ, ये जॉब के वास्ते गए थे, ऑफिस का ही जॉब है बोलकर गए थे यहाँ से।
अच्छा। और ये जब म्यांमार में लेके गए हैं तो पैसा दे रहे कि नहीं दे रहे? पैसे भी नहीं दे रहे?
नहीं, 2-3 महीने भेजा है सर, मगर जो हिसाब से भेजाना था वो हिसाब से भी नहीं भेजा। हम लोग बोले क्या बात है कि बोले तो नहीं, यहाँ तनख्वाह नहीं दे रहे। मम्मी बोला एक तनख्वाह पे मगर दे रहे नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं बोलकर बोले।
तो 1 महीने से बातचीत भी नहीं हुआ है?
बस जी सर।
ओके, तो नाज़िया जी, हम एक काम करेंगे, हम आपका जो ये इंटरव्यू है, हम ये भी अपील करेंगे कि सरकार को कि ये इंटरवीन करे, क्योंकि ये पहला बार नहीं है जहाँ पे भारत से बच्चे गए हैं और वहाँ पे फंस गए हैं और उनको धोखा देके कहीं और लेके गए हैं। और ये थाईलैंड म्यांमार बॉर्डर में ही हो रहा है। बहुत सारे बच्चे को लेके गए थे यहाँ से, और हम ये करेंगे। हाँ जी
जी जी जी, थैंक यू।
Okay. Thank you for speaking to us. That's Nazia, the mother of Amir Sajid Ali, one of the victims of this racket where jobs are promised in Thailand, office jobs, and then when youth fly to Thailand, they are cheated, abducted with their eyes covered, taken to an unknown location near the Thailand-Myanmar border and forced into slavery. The mother of Nazia saying that in some cases, when she last spoke to him, made to work almost 18 to 20 hours, not paid at all, no contact for the last 1 month. It appears to be part of a larger racket that is operating, and more Indians are getting trapped. Nazia ji, thank you for speaking to Republic TV. We'll keep a track on the story and make sure that it reaches the officials.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
QSMTHE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा, राजा और मसाला।
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
अरे टेंशन किस बात की? सेंचुरी प्रोवुड का प्रीमियम प्लस है ना, लो एमिशन है, हाई डेंसिटी है, वाटर रेजिस्टेंट भी, टर्माइट एंड बोरो रेजिस्टेंट भी है। यानी ये है जहां नो टेंशन वहां।
प्रीमियम प्लस बाय सेंचुरी प्रोवुड।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे।
In a major escalation between the White House and Wall Street, President Donald Trump has filed a massive lawsuit against one of the world's most powerful financial institutions. The president is suing J.P. Morgan Chase and its CEO, Jamie Dimon, seeking at least $5 billion in damages.
No, I haven't stopped it. No, he begged to be.
From global power corridors to viral punchlines, tonight's headlines prove once again that the internet never misses a moment. And viewers, as always, the spotlight begins with the man who rarely leaves it. The United States President is back in the news, not for a policy decision or a press briefing, but for a bruise. Donald Trump's hand injury has once again set social media buzzing, and this time the explanation is raising eyebrows as Trump cited it as aspirin. Yes, with Trump attributing the bruising to his medication, reviving a long-running online speculation with his mysterious hand marks. Next up, we have Elon Musk, who turned geopolitics into a punchline, mocking Trump's board of peace by questioning whether peace now comes spelled as PIECES of Greenland, of punchline mocking Donald Trump's board of peace by questioning whether peace is now spelled as pieces. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this comes even while Trump has time and again said that he wants to acquire Greenland, and that also comes at a time when he called Greenland a big piece of ice. We have that. Also, what we have for you on the broadcast is the BCB coming out in the open with a new plea, saying that they will approach the ICC, this after they have been knocked out. They consider themselves knocked out. And these are the stories that we have lined up for you. All this and much more on Trending with me, Tanisha Vasti. We have said it once and we'll say it again. And we will possibly never get tired of saying so, because there really seldom are days when the United States President does not make it to the headlines. Let me tell you what the Trump headline is for today. We have the United States President spot a bruise on his hand yet again. This time allegedly after he bumped a table at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. And as we know, viewers, Trump's history of bruises on the hand has intrigued the internet for long enough. And this time too, netizens were quick to spot the latest bruise. When asked about it by reporters abroad, Trump credited it to aspirin. He actually claimed that his aspirin dosage makes him bruise easily. Let's play out that tall claim for you.
Bruising on your hand, are you okay?
Very good. I clipped it on the table. So I put a little, what do they call it, cream on it. But I clipped it. I would say, take aspirin if you like your heart, but don't take aspirin if you don't want to have a little bruising. You know, if you take I take the big aspirin. And when you take the big aspirin, they tell you you're bruised. The doctor said, you don't have to take that, sir. You're very healthy. I said, I'm not taking any chances. So anyway, but that's one of the side effects of taking aspirin. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it.
We saw the bruising on your hand. Are you okay?
Very good. I clipped it on the table. So I put a little, what do they call it, cream on it. But I clipped it. I would say, take aspirin if you like your heart, but don't take aspirin if you don't want to have a little bruising. You know, if you take I take the big aspirin. And when you take the big aspirin, they tell you you're bruised. The doctor said, you don't have to take that, sir. You're very healthy. I said, I'm not taking any chances. So anyway, but that's one of the side effects of taking aspirin. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it.
And yes, this is one of those rare times when the reaction Trump sparked was more of concern rather than the usual wave of outrage. Netizens recently reignited speculations and discussion on Donald Trump's health as he was spotted yet again with a bandaged and bruised hand. And where this was not the first time Trump was seen sporting these bruises, these speculations would probably have been as intense. But since these bruises sightseeings are more often of a regular pattern, especially with conversations sparked with each sighting going as viral as to have garnered the White House's attention even previously. And yes, if you thought the online stir caused by speculations over President Trump's health was bad enough, or it was catching the White House's attention was a big deal, let me tell you there's more. What truly took the internet by storm was one such instance when the White House spokesperson remarked on the same, justifying the president's bruised hand. She found herself at a center of joke as she attributed bruised hand to his multiple handshakes, and she did not stop there.
We don't have that in front of me. The president has spoken about that quite extensively throughout the years. As for the bandages on the hand, we've also given you an explanation for that in the past. The president is literally constantly shaking hands. The Oval Office is like Grand Central Terminal. He is meeting with more people than any of you even know about on a daily basis. He's also on a daily aspirin regimen, which is something his physical examinations has said in the past as well, which can contribute to that bruising that you see.
Of a handshake, well, that was a bizarre logic, but it did not stop there. She even went on to state that Trump's been on a daily aspirin regime, and which per previous physical examinations can contribute to these bruises seen. Moving on to the next story, ICC Chairman Jay Shah, currently in Dubai, is reportedly contemplating strict action against Bangladesh if the team refuses to tour India for the ICC T20 World Cup 2026. This comes amid rising tensions over the tournament schedule, with matches set to be played in Kolkata and Mumbai starting July 7. The Bangladesh Cricket Board has refused to send its players even after the ICC rejected their earlier demand to shift the venues out of India. In a latest ditch effort, the BCB now has appealed to the ICC's powerful dispute resolution committee seeking intervention. The global body, however, has maintained that the World Cup schedule will remain unchanged. With Bangladesh's participation hanging in balance, uncertainty now looms over their campaign, leaving the final decision firmly in the hands of the ICC. Now, the standoff between Bangladesh and ICC has been building for days, and how it has reached a critical point. The Bangladesh Cricket Board has been pushing hard to move its T20 World Cup matches out of India, citing concerns that prompted repeated appeals to the global body. But the ICC has stood its ground, rejecting the request and backing the original schedule. With matches linked up in Kolkata and Mumbai, Bangladesh was expected to begin its campaign against the West Indies at Eden Gardens. Instead, the dispute has deepened, placing the tournament's smooth conduct under a cloud and raising serious questions about what comes next. All right, joining us live from the Republic Digital Newsroom is my colleague Himanshu. Himanshu, the last-ditch effort by the Bangladesh Cricket Board, but it seems the ICC is not willing to move an inch.
Tanisha, this is an absolutely ridiculous demand from the Bangladesh Cricket Board. Well, they have said that they are not pretty convinced about the security arrangements in India. And now, any world event security is not just assessed by that country's board, but it's also assessed by the ICC team. So India has got all kinds of clearance. So I don't know what the fuss is all about, but yes, we know the background of it. Like India-Bangladesh ties have hit a rock bottom since the time Sheikh Hasina government was removed in a bloodless coup. But I think this is much beyond cricket, and I do not think at this point of time ICC is going to side with Bangladesh and accept their demand.
All right, Himanshu, what do you think then is next in the line? But Himanshu, before I ask you that question, I believe Chandrasekhar Luthra is also joining us on the broadcast. Chandrasekhar Luthra, thank you very much for joining us here on Trending. What do you think are the possible next steps that the BCB will be looking forward to?
Man, I was listening to Himanshu, but let me ask you this question. There can't be two rules for two different countries. If you remember 2024, December 4 or whatever, when Jay Shah took over as ICC chairman, obviously immediately there was a demand from India, his own country, where his father is a home minister and he has to give clearance for the Champions Trophy. At that time, India wrote a letter similar to what Bangladesh has now written to ICC, that we have a security concerns with our team, and obviously we can't go to Pakistan. And there were so many meetings and everything. It was obviously everybody came to a conclusion that whenever there will be a security concerns from either country, it's not just India or it's not just Bangladesh or Pakistan. If any government does not give its clearance for any tour, then obviously it has to be for next 2 years. The matches will be held at any neutral venues. So now within those 2 years, the similar situation when Shiv Sena is saying that we will not going to allow any aeroplane from Bangladesh to be landed in India, and when there are security concerns, there have been lynching incidences, and so how can there be two rules for two different countries? It's a similar situation, I would say. And obviously the next step, as you have asked me, it is going to be the redressal forum, one. And second, if that they also, because BCCI is the most powerful, and rather ICC is the extension body of BCCI. I always maintain that if they don't take this into the consideration, then obviously they are going to move to the international arbitration, body.
Mr. Luthra, Bangladesh has already approached ICC's dispute resolution body.
Yes.
Tell me what do you think are the penalties just in case Bangladesh decides to pull out? ICC has clearly mentioned that they will bring in Scotland maybe as the replacement country. But from this point, if at all Bangladesh pulls out, which likes the false bravado that they have portrayed so far, I think they are going to pull out. If they pull out, what are the repercussions for Bangladesh cricket?
Well, right now the situation is not in favor of Bangladesh, let me tell you. It is only because BCCI is powerful. They are distributing money through IPL to all these, other bodies. And apart from Pakistan, everybody is taking part, and now the Bangladesh also. So point is, whether or not all these countries, 13 countries who have voted against Bangladesh, whether they have any conscience left, whether they are going to support this kind of, demand from Bangladesh, I have my own doubts. But again, as I have always maintained, that Bangladesh was our solid partner in ICC, any ICC related things. They have always supported us. In fact, one former BCCI chief was actually, he was saying that we are losing a friend, permanent friend, who has never voted against BCCI in ICC. So that's a kind of situation right now, because Jai Shah has his own agenda and he's not capable of taking any decision. Let me tell this to you very frankly. Jai Shah is not some thinking brain or some cricketing brain. Jai Shah is just being dictated by 2 or 3 people provided by the Internal Security Minister of India, who are taking all the decisions. So whether it is in his hand, no. We are right now the powerful in terms of monetary things, and every other country, especially these white people who never used to send their top players to India.
All eyes is going to be on the final decision. With that, Mr. Luthra and Himanshu, thank you both of you very much for joining us here on the show tonight. Moving quickly across to the other trending stories that we're tracking here tonight at 7:30 p.m. At Davos, Elon Musk did not just crack a joke, he cracked the moment. Mocking Donald Trump's much-touted Board of Peace, Musk leaned into the wordplay, asking if peace was spelled as P-I-E-C-E. A piece of Greenland here, a piece of Venezuela there, all wrapped in a punchline that landed hard with the global elite. The billionaire used humor to spotlight what he sees as the absurdity of territorial ambition disguised as global stability. While discussing Mars, energy, and AI, Elon Musk's jab cut through the room, suggesting that today's power politics, peace is less about harmony and more about who gets a piece of the map.
I heard about the formation of the Peace Summit, and I was like, is that P-I-E-C? A little piece of Greenland, a little piece of Venezuela.
we got one.
All we want is peace.
Donald Trump, meanwhile, isn't joking and he isn't playing with words. For him, Greenland isn't a punchline, it's a strategic asset. A piece of ice, Trump says, essential for national and international security and central to his vision of towering Golden Dome defense shield. In Trump's world, protection comes before politeness. Gratitude is expected, especially from the allies like Canada, whom he openly scolds while asserting American dominance. To Trump, peace isn't poetic. It's territorial, muscular, and built on deterrence. Where Musk laughs at the idea of slicing the globe, Trump leans into it, convinced that control, not consensus, keeps enemies at bay.
Suffice for world protection, and they won't give it. We've never asked for anything else, and we could have kept that piece of land, and we didn't. So they have a choice. You can say yes, and we will be very appreciative, or you can say no, and we will remember.
Hot off the plate and straight to your screens. Our next segment, ladies and gentlemen, is called The Hot Trends. The Oscars love a frontrunner, but every once in a while they crown a phenomenon. Ryan Coogler's Sinners isn't just leading the race, it's rewriting the math with a staggering 16 nominations. The film has officially entered awards season. Folklore outpacing legends like Titanic and La La Land. What makes the feat even more fascinating is its range, acting, direction, technical mastery. Sinners checked every possible box. It's the rare film that satisfies critics, voters, and pop culture momentum all at once. Since any musician would want, a Sangli-based producer has alleged that the composer cheated him of 40 lakh, pulling Palash into an uncomfortable public glare. According to the complainant, what began as a promise of film investment and creative collaboration allegedly spiraled into financial loss and broken assurances. For now, it's only a preliminary probe, not an verdict. But in an industry where perception often moves faster than law, the episode underlines how quickly narratives can flip and how fragile reputations can be. For Homebound, the Oscar dream did not end with fireworks. It faded quietly, but not bitterly. Despite a global campaign, festival screening, and heavyweight backing, India's official entry failed to crack the final nominations. Writer Sumit Roy's response cuts through the disappointment with honesty. Oscar campaigns, he says, are brutal, expensive, and stacked against films outside Western ecosystem. Yet, he insists, the team left nothing undone. And ladies and gentlemen, as we wrap up this edition tonight, here's a proud preview of what's taking shape at the heart of the nation. Rehearsals for the Republic Day Parade are in full swing, and Rashtrapati Bhavan, a powerful display of discipline, dedication, unwavering national pride. From the synchronized marches to flawless formation, India's grandeur is being honed. Watch this video as I bid you goodbye.
चीज़ टाइम्ड है वीवीआईपीज़ का अराइवल, डिपार्चर, परेड की सारी गतिविधियां। उसी लिहाज से राष्ट्रपति जी का जो है राष्ट्रपति भवन से जो डिपार्चर है उनका सल्यूट लेने का टाइम, परेड का जो है यहाँ से मार्चिंग का टाइम, ये नेशनल इवेंट है जिसको पूरे वर्ल्ड में टेलीवाइज भी किया जाता है। इस लिहाज से क्लॉक वर्क यानी घड़ी की सुई के मुताबिक जो है प्रिसीशन बहुत ज़रूरी है।
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
अरे टेंशन किस बात की? सेंचुरी प्रोवुड का प्रीमियम प्लस है ना, लो एमिशन है, हाई डेंसिटी है, वाटर रेजिस्टेंट भी, टर्माइट एंड बोरो रेजिस्टेंट भी है। यानी ये है जहां नो टेंशन वहां।
Premium Plus by Century Prowood.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है, अरे मेरे राजा।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
In a major escalation between the White House and Wall Street, President Donald Trump has filed a massive lawsuit against one of the world's most powerful financial institutions. The president is suing J.P. Morgan Chase and its CEO, Jamie Dimon, seeking at least $5 billion in damages.
No, I haven't stopped it. No, he debanked me. So we'll see if that beeps anything, but I think it should. You shouldn't be debanked. Get debanked if you don't have money or if you fall to have this great company, and all of a sudden I was told, no, you can't do that. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. I don't know what their excuse would be. Maybe their excuse would be the regulators. I don't know. But regardless, I guess it's a good lawsuit because every pundit has come out and said Trump has a great lawsuit here. You're not allowed to do what they did. Jamie Dimon, what he did, he's not allowed to do that.
The lawsuit, filed on Thursday, January 22nd in Miami-Dade County State Court, centers on a controversial practice known as debanking. The president alleges that the bank has systematically denied services to him and his associated businesses, not because of financial risk, but due
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जलजीरा मसाला।
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है, अरे मेरे राजा।
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
अरे टेंशन किस बात की? सेंचुरी प्रोवुड का प्रीमियम प्लस है ना, लो एमिशन है, हाई डेंसिटी है, वाटर रेजिस्टेंट भी, टर्माइट एंड बोरो रेजिस्टेंट भी है। यानी ये है जहां नो टेंशन वहां।
Premium Plus by Century Prowood.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
in a major
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
अरे टेंशन किस बात की? सेंचुरी प्रोवुड का प्रीमियम प्लस है ना, लो एमिशन है, हाई डेंसिटी है, वाटर रेजिस्टेंट भी है, टर्माइट एंड बोरो रेजिस्टेंट भी है। यानी ये है जहां नो टेंशन वहां।
Premium Plus by Century ProWood.
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे।
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
In a major escalation between the White House and Wall Street, President Donald Trump has filed a massive lawsuit against one of the world's most powerful financial institutions. The president is suing J.P. Morgan Chase and its CEO, Jamie Dimon, seeking at least $5 billion in damages.
No, I haven't stopped it. No, he beeped to me. So we'll see if that beeps it.